Redditors, why are you still not sex gods after asking the same sexual question every day on AskReddit? You can read a book on how to ski and ask a million questions on how to ski every day, but you would still be terrible the first time you actually do it. Because you need to get women to notice you first, and everyone's too busy asking the NSFW questions before the real social questions. Because we need to know every bit of information for all possible outcomes so we never have to face rejection. So, it'll never happen. I'm a fairly good pilot on GTA V because I practiced it a lot. But I can't fly any aircraft in real life because I don't have the real practice for it. I assume it's something like that for the people who ask those questions. Games like Skyrim taught me. You can only become a god in something after doing it a million times. Also, if you read something that helps you get better, you do not get any additional level UPS after the first time reading it. Says who? Was it Sandra? I bet it was Sandra. That wasn't really all my fault. I had a lot to drink that night and there was like a lot of stress at work that day. I mean, she should take some of the blame herself. It's not like it was all my fault. She did that thing and it just freaked me out. It's like anything like that never happened to me before either. Our first mistake was listening to advice on Reddit that didn't include carbon monoxide detectors. What if those people who asked the questions became sex gods and ascended to IRL after learning the rules? There are 7 billion people in the world. At least one of those people want to have sex with you. Godspeed. I never get a chance to try it out. I think they're intimidated by my fedora and vast knowledge of how to please them. It's like trying to follow IKEA instructions. You end up with random screws in the wrong holes and it all falls apart a couple years later. Same reason I don't win at Dota every time I play. Inconsistent form. No match is the same, and if it went bad, it wasn't my fault. I don't know why people get so irritated with the same questions being asked. Yeah, it sucks if slashed when they bury a novel and interesting question. But a lot of new people come through here. I haven't been reading the sub very long. I read almost every sexual thread that pops up on my front page. Not because I'm trying to learn, but because they have the most entertainment value. Sex is weird. It's funny. It's fun. Those threads will have stories of awkwardness, and anger, and humor. And it's just fun. Because there is no objectively perfect sex. Everyone is different. They have different wants and needs. And even different anatomy. No matter what advice you get, sometimes you just won't be a good match sexually. Or it will take several sessions to learn what gets your partner off. Compatibility is definitely a thing. So they can tell the other how good it'll be. Then not do it and wonder why no one goes for round 2. Because sex IRL is like modern video game methodology. Easy to learn, hard to master. Also, it would help if I wouldn't be out of breath after several minutes. You just have to meet the right people in the right circumstances. Take it from a guy who has 2 BFs that do my laundry and dishes and are trained to bring me a beverage upon awakening. I count my blessings, rest assured. Because Reddit isn't one person. The bots don't learn anything, they're just here to farm karma. Because nobody knows what a sex god is or why someone would ask such an intensely stupid question. You can know the answer to all life's questions. But you can't be a guru with no one to listen. I've heard I'm good, but it just takes courage for me to actually engage and make it happen. I'm single at the moment though. When I'm with a partner, it's a game we're both learning and all win. I am a sexual god. Every day I duck 50 women from 20 different planets. In fact, there is a 3-year waiting list just to get a chance to duck me once in a lifetime throughout the galaxy. The reason I'm not well known on planet Earth yet is that humans are ducking weird. First of all, they are made of meat. Why are they meat? And even if I could ignore that, the sounds they make. Ugh. I'll stick to my rock holes and scratchy chalkboard sounds. Much nicer on the sonars. TLDR. Electric cummies please. No nasty flesh cummies. Sex has always seemed much more of a science than an art. You pretty much just have to know where the clit is and the rest is biology. I'm really not trying to humble brag because for me it's always been like parallel parking. If you know the steps. Sometimes I feel like we need to start removing these posts and create some sort of r/AskReddit about sex. No partner to practice with and just checking in to make sure nothing has changed since last answer. Well, you can have someone tell you how to do something a million times but you still gonna have to practice to be any good at it. Although I am intrigued. My anxiety really messes up any form of confidence. This is true especially when talking to a girl. I keep avoiding eye contact and stumble through my replies. Ugh. What is the question? I don't read AskReddit often. If it is how you find someone to have sex with. The thing is, it is easy to theorize but hard to act on. I saw a gorgeous woman yesterday but I couldn't talk to her because I didn't have confidence. This is despite watching thousands of vids on the subject. Probably for the same reason your average American football fan can consume hour after of game footage, but can't run a 4-second 40-yard dash. It's called habit memory. It cannot be taught. It has to be learned to practice. I can tell you how to swim and skate. You won't actually know how to do it until you've done it and learned. Not enough followers. A god's power is only as strong as his believers think it is. That said, if you'd like, my real name is Strongnop Fornicatius, god of sex and chocolate, and optimal times to worship me are at 6:09 a.m. and 4:09 p.m. Because on the 24-hour clock that's really 16:09. I accept general praise. Offerings of chocolate, any kind. Praise while eating chocolate or during orgasm, just shout my name while you coo. Or, the best one, is at the mentioned times. Shout my name while you coo and eat chocolate off of your lover. That gives me the most strength. AMA if you'd like to know more. I'm not 100% sure, but I'm beginning to suspect my being celibate has something to do with it. Probably for the same reason that, while you'll never be famous, you like to watch famous people talk about what they do. Just start by actually knowing and trusting your partner enough to know what pleases her/him. The rest is pretty straightforward. Just start by actually knowing and trusting your partner enough to know what pleases her/him. The rest is pretty straightforward. I'm beginning to feel like a sex god. All my ladies from the front to the back nod now. Who thinks their dogs are long enough to smash box? I'll show you. Flicking your bean ain't that hard. I have no intention of being deified. Also, I'm not interested in working on my appearance more than I do. I'm fit and strong enough. Any more would be vanity. Because I don't want sex. I want a relationship with a woman that I can hold and pamper and cuddle.